Hello and welcome to the 4 best stretches for the sitter. So if you're a sitter, you sit all day at a desk, on an airplane, in a car, these are 4 amazing stretches that you can do sitting in front of the TV or right before you go to bed that will help counterbalance the damage you've done by all of your sitting. So the first one is called Shoelace Pose. You'll start with your left leg underneath you with your left knee bent, and you'll stack your right knee over top. Depending upon how your hips are made and you use them, you may not be able to stack your knees. So you have the option to use a block and put that in between your knees. If you don't have a yoga block, you can always use a pillow and put that in between your knees, or a blanket is also a good option as well, as it gives you a little bit more to work with. So when you are in your position with your right knee stacked, you'll sit up nice and straight, find a long spine, and you'll start to hinge your torso forward. From there, you'll get a lot of sensation through your outer hips. Make sure that you're breathing, so take nice deep breaths, and you'll hold that pose for about a minute or 2, and you can set the timer on your phone so you don't have to keep watching the clock. When you're finished, come on up and you'll move into a seated twist. Plant your right foot outside of your left thigh, and then you'll use your opposite arm across your knee to twist your torso. This will help to rinse yourself out and massage your internal organs, and it'll feel pretty good after sitting all day long. Again, hold this for about a minute or 2, and then you'll transition to the other side. So you'll take your right leg as your base and come over top with your left. Again, holding another minute or 2, and then finding your way into your twist. Coming across your body, use your hand behind you to find length in your spine as you twist across. From here, you'll make your way down onto your back for a broken wing pose. So you'll roll onto one side of your body, place your hand underneath you with your palm facing down. From there, let your legs out wide and your opposite arm out wide. And you can play with where your hand is. It could be a little bit higher up towards your shoulders, or you can shimmy it down closer towards your hips. From there, you'll feel a really good opening through the front of your shoulder. That helps to counterbalance all the hunching we tend to do when we're sitting in a chair. It'll also give you a compression through your wrist and fingers, which helps to counterbalance any sort of carpal tunnel that you may be feeling through that area. Hold this pose for about a minute or 2, maybe even 3 minutes if you can hang tight and breathe deep. From there, you'll switch sides. After you've held your time, you'll come out, take a rest in between, and then move into the other side. Once you've completed that side, you'll grab a block. And again, if you don't have a yoga block, you can use a pillow or a blanket that's rolled up, and you'll bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground, and find your way into supported bridge. As you lift your hips, you'll place the block right at the base of your spine. You want to feel as supported as you can, so that sacrum bone, right where your hips and your spine meet, is where you want to place the block. Let your hips rest down onto the block. This should give you a lot of relief through that front area that's generally pretty tight. We're trying to open up through where we find compression when we sit. So if it feels good and you can do it, extend your legs out long. This will give you a really great stretch through your hip flexors, and it feels amazing. Again, hold this pose 2 to 3 minutes, or even longer if it feels good and you're feeling that openness. When you're done, ensure that you always bend your knees first, plant your feet to remove the block, and then you're done. Those are some great things that you can do to really counterbalance all the damage we do from sitting all day long.